Today we are going to talk about order flow action points. Now, I could have used different terminology here like trade setups or whatever I mean, but I did not want to, give it that feeling because our minds are anchored to certain words. The moment we hear those words, certain thought process gets triggered in our mind. So, what I have done is I have used this word action points, which signifies that if at all you see these situations setting up on your order flow chart, uh, it might be the right time to take action on the charts. All right. So let us move on and look at what these action points are. All right. So these are certain times on an order flow chart when action is warranted. Action means obviously buy or sell. So if you are in a position and you see certain setup forming on an order flow chart, it might tell you to get out of your position. All right. Or you were looking to buy or sell and you see certain, one of these setups forming on an order flow chart, that will be your cue to get into positions. All right. So the only issue here is that these action points that we are going to study have a notorious habit of showing up at wrong places too. All right. So it is like not all action points should be used to take action, but whenever there is the correct time to take action, one of these action points will show up there. Okay. So it's similar to what we have studied using traditional technical analysis. Let's say we talk about RSI indicator, and we have seen that below 30 is oversold region. But just because RSI is below 30, it does not mean that you should go ahead and buy. Many traders have tried that and they have failed miserably. All right. So it is oversold when it is below 30, but it's not always the right time to buy just because RSI is trading below 30. So it is similar here also. These action points will suggest you to take an action, but unless you have the context nailed, right? Unless you have understood the context absolutely correctly, it will not be a good idea to go ahead and act on these action points. Okay, so what I'm saying, watch the market carefully, watch market profile charts, VSA charts, look for clear cut signals of the context setting up and telling you that there is an imbalance, there is a chance of a trade. All right. And when you are very sure about that, only after that go to these order flow chart and try to find one of these action points which might give you probably a very, very good low risk entry into that trade which you are planning. All right. So let us move on. What are those action points that we are going to monitor on an order flow chart? Some of them we have already seen, but some of them might be new. So stacked buying and selling, we come across this pattern, but we will look at it in detail today. Limit buying and selling, we have discussed this time and again. Delta divergence, we have spent a lot of time on that. I have also given you rules that you need to use while using delta divergence. Stop hunt, we will look at stop hunt today. Hopefully we find an example. I believe we have an example. Cumulative delta, again we spent a lot of time on that. We also saw these three types of signals: the cumulative delta, jump, divergence and shift. All right. Trapped buyers and sellers, this we haven't seen yet, but we will see it today. And order flow support and resistances. So is there a way where order flow charts can be used to find supports and resistances in the market? Well, there is. All right. And we will also look at that.